Hey guys, Blade of Ire here, bringing you another StarCraft English commentary. And right now I'm commentating on my first match today. This is the final match of Group D of the Arena 2008 MSL. And I actually meant to also commentate on this game yesterday to, finish the entire Group D. However, I simply did not find the time, and so I have to do it today. But it's not a problem. The games were only played yesterday, so they're still pretty fresh and hot for you. And really, this is the last. This is the last of the groups in the round of 32 of the MSL to be played. And be sure before you watch this game to check all the other commentaries on the matches in this group on my account Blade of Ire on YouTube. And just a short recap, as we do have the final match. Now the spoilers for you. It's Mind versus Memory here. Mind winning over Calm in the first one, deservedly. He was the better player, definitely. Then Lomo winning over Memory. Also, you could see that Lomo is definitely the better Terran. Lomo then, surprisingly, actually winning over Mind. That was a very intense game. Definitely my favorite game. The winners match in this group. That was a great game. Well played by Lomo. He's further to the round of 16 to play Quanro. And in the losers match, Calm went pretty much all in with a Mutaling strategy, trying to overrun Memory. It almost worked out for him. Unfortunately, Memory simply had way too many troops, and in my opinion, the Muta harass wasn't that great from Calm. Meaning that now we have Memory versus Mind on Tiamat, and I think that the brown Terran is Mind, and the blue Terran is Memory. Mind at the 11 o'clock position, Memory at the 5 o'clock position on Tiamat. And Tiamat is again one of those maps where the key word in TVT is mobility, simply because all the expansions are rather separated through gaps, kind of, the tile set is, the space platform, and you have these space holes, so to speak, in between them, meaning that it will probably be the guy that will have the dropship game better, that will be able to, kind of feel where he has to drop, when he has to drop, what he has to drop. And, really players like Flash have perfected this kind of game so good that they're almost unbeatable, and this is really one of the key aspects of TVT. Starting to scout right now, Barracks in the meantime going down for Mind. It seems that Memory actually may go for a fast command center, as I do not see any barracks going down for him yet. Not entirely sure about that. I'm still kind of eager to see what he's doing. So no, he's gonna go for a command center right now. He of course, this is a two-player map. They each know where their opponent is, and indeed, Memory is going to try to go for the economic advantage and hope for a longer game where this could pay off for him. But of course, importantly enough, he will have to defend in the early game against Mind's attacks, and to try to conserve this advantage. So he's only now putting down his barracks, and Mind coming in with an SCV. He sees this. Of course, it was impossible for him not to see it. Memory knew that. Taking a look at the stats of these players again, it's all in the favor of Mind, of course. He's 2013 against Terran, 60.61%, while his opponent Memory is 312 versus Terran, 20%, and he definitely showed the fact that he's not a good Terran against Lomo. He totally got raped there by Lomo, and really, personally, I do not expect him to last very long against Mind, who is a very good Terran player. I don't know, unless he can pull really something great off, I really don't see him winning this. So the scouting SCV still trying to annoy, I believe, but being forced away right now. Now also the expansion on the other side for Mind, and he's gonna have his factories out earlier, so he could definitely pressure with tanks. He could try to pressure with tanks and annihilate this advantage that Memory has. This is also fairly what happened in the second set, Memory versus Lomo. Memory again also there went for the fast expansion for the economic advantage. Lomo saw this, however, he did not choose to expand whatsoever. He just went 2 factory plus starport, had those wraiths out, had those tanks with siege mode out quickly, and he was able to defeat Memory fairly quickly. I believe that if Mind had gone for the same strategy, this game could have been over much sooner than it will be now. I'm fairly confident that Mind with his skills could have really overrun right now Memory, but yeah, it seems that Mind is going to go for the safe tactic, and why shouldn't he? He knows he's probably the better player as the game will progress, and this is really his last chance to go over to the round of 16. Also building that starport, so he goes 2 factories starport, but only after the expansion, meaning that he won't be able to pressure a Memory that strongly. Memory will definitely have time to build up his own force. He's getting the machine shop right now. He's getting the starport, and he's placing a bunker. And this bunker should better be done quickly, because a vulture is already heading in. A vulture is heading in, and a vulture is already trying to snipe at the Marines. Kills 1 Marine, and the bunker is done in the nick of time. This bunker saves Memory, and he gets those 2 Marines inside there. This is definitely what he needed. So yeah, 2 factory starport on one side, only 1 factory starport on the other, and this barracks floating in. A control tower, but yeah, it could be that Memory will go first for wraiths to defend, and only later go for the drop tech. On the other hand, you also have the armory. You could also see this in the game with Memory and Lomo. With Mind and Lomo, with a winner's match, that Mind is not a big fan of wraiths. Lomo went wraiths there and played very, very well with his wraiths. That's what won him the game. On the other hand, Mind went for drops and for Goliaths, but I don't know. Also, as far as the micro was concerned, Lomo kind of seemed to outplay him there. I was really surprised by that, but good job, Lomo. Definitely has to be said. So in the meantime, the second factory right now being built also by Memory. He's a little bit behind in units, but he does compensate this with his superior economy. Both these players will be looking to build the 3rd expansion sometime soon. First, probably conserve the position that they have. You see, they both have a rather defensive stance, and the expansions that they are going to take are going to be at the top right and at the bottom left. These are the easiest ones to take. If I'm correct, if I'm looking over here on this map, these are like the ones I would probably expect them to take. I've seen already a couple of games on this Tiamat map. It already had 3 TVTs on it, and yeah. So the first wraith has been built by Memory. It's only for scouting purposes. There, of course, a little of harass and taking down an SCV or 2 wouldn't be bad, but he just only wants to know exactly what Mind has, and this wraith definitely serves its purpose. Now going a little bit more heavy macro with 2 more factories. So Memory right now seems to have a bit of an advantage. He has not been challenged, and he was able to conserve the economic advantage. It will probably really, in the end, just come down to the whole drop game and not necessarily drop game. One of these guys could go like heavy wraiths like Lomo, but we'll just have to wait and see how this will turn out. So in the meantime, trying to